Morning. Top of the morning to you. Good day. Good day, everyone. I know it's early, it's quite early. I'm not on at my normal time. Please, as always, let me know if you can hear me. I don't know if you guys will be on here this early, but nevertheless, there's a very important message that I need to get out. And I don't know what it is nowadays. I've been in a battle with an entity called time. You heard me right. I've been in a battle with an entity called time. In fact, we all have been battling her, him. It's very multi-faceted. You can hear, hey, what up? Yes, welcome in, guys. It's about to get deep. You have no idea how deep this is about to get. We're going to pick up off of the last message. And what I'm about to tell you guys is about to it could blow a gasket. I saw humanity being enslaved for another age, another over 2,000 years, another 2,150 years. Good morning. Hi, beautifuls. Hi, lovely. Hi, his law's perfect. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, beautifuls. We're about to get into this message. And in order to truly get in the message, I'm going to have to tell you guys a story. And what I have come to realize, by the way, guys, a lot of you watching are not subscribed. Please subscribe and like the video. It is absolutely free. I come here, I give my essence to you guys. I ask for nothing in return. Just please subscribe and like the video and share if this is useful to you and your soul expansion. I'm about to tell you guys what I saw. I saw the entity responsible for the soul swap that we've been talking about. What is the soul swap? It is a process of human beings living and then dying and then getting tricked by a false light and then going back through the birth canal. And now they're back here serving another life sentence on the ghetto prison earth. This is what we're going to talk about. Thank you. Thank you. His law is perfect. Subscribe to both channels. By the way, guys, I haven't really started to build out content on this other channel, but I want to get a lot of you guys over there, over to Karmic Justice TV. And the handle is at Karmic Justice TV, guys. Please subscribe there because it's also going to serve as a backup channel. But when I get enough people there, I can go live. It's going to get deep over there. And I'm going to be seeing real cases from you guys. And we're going to be getting karmic justice. We don't have to wait until this person gives us karmic justice. We don't have to wait until we die. No, we're going to be getting our get back, our karmic justice right here in the moment, right? So I'll be dealing with real live people there, right? So go ahead and subscribe to that channel so we can start to build that out. And I'm going to simply put it down here. The handle is at Karmic Justice TV. Okay. All right. Lego, let's jump into this message. It's about to get deep, and I have to reveal some things to you guys. I'm being called to cover this very important message that I'm about to broadcast right now. I'm going to cover the message itself, the words that I speak, and even the words that other people will reap. See, my words that I'm about to speak right now, there's other people that they're going to reap. When I speak, they're going to reap. And it's not the good kind of reap. So I'm asking the divine source of all to cover this very powerful message, calling in all of the ascended masters, the angels and guides and ancestors that are the highest light, and the great universal spirit, the divine father, the divine mother, and the divine child to be with us always throughout this message as we walk together in divine love. Okay. We're going to talk about the entity time, but we're going to back up and talk about an entity that I ran into in the physical. This person was a supplanter spirit. This person was a demon in disguise, although the disguise was not very good. This person was brought forth into my life, seeded into my life, so that I could do the very thing that I'm doing now, which is to find out all the deceptive ways that entities hide, that they cloak, that they shapeshift, that they lie, that they disguise. Because this person incorporated all of that. And so they became what? My teacher. Me and this person, what I found, have been in a battle since the beginning of creation. Since the first thought was birth of light, it also birthed by law a duality. It birthed a polarity to now go out into these denser realms of creation. And this energy has been following me since the beginning of time. You might say that this entity is also attached to the greater entity, which is time. Time is not your friend. Time was not created by source. What source calls time is a energy change. It's when we move from one energy to the next. Source calls it a cosmic time clock. Has nothing to do with physical numbers. That's matrix code. It has everything to do when we reach a certain vibrational shift. That is a cosmic time clock. When you walk in a room and the energy shifts, that is a cosmic time clock. So I've been in a battle with this entity since the beginning of the false matrix time, from the very beginning. And in this lifetime as Tahira, mother of the ages, I met face to face and broke bread with this being. And during my time with this particular energy, I took notes. I studied the essence of. I didn't speak, I studied. Because intuitively, I knew that something just wasn't right. And for 4 months throughout this time, I kept a log of spiritual things that would happen, spiritual insights, cloaks, deceptive words, energy. Because as we know, energy just don't lie. And the general consensus was this person is part of the collective adversary force that us light workers have been fighting since the inception of the matrix time. And if you've watched this channel, you probably know who I am speaking of. But I will say it's much bigger than that person as a singular expression of this entity. We want to look at that person and multiply it by infinity. And I say multiply it by infinity because it is in every single thing. It is in the very fabric of what this whole earth experience and even other dimensions is made of. It's not just prominent here on earth. It has the ability to travel with you. And this is how I got to see the entity that humanity has been sold into captivity to for another 2,150 years. So this entity left with its tail tucked because it could not impede my energy field. It could not control the mission to cleanse out the lower half of humanity. It wanted to seed itself as a plant and eat from the inside out. So as I would be pouring in light energy, it would be going behind and siphoning it. Therefore, keeping humanity trapped back into the false matrix, false light matrix. But because that did not happen, could not happen, this entity left with its tail tucked and has not come from under the ground. When I tell you it's spiritual Groundhog's Day, I'm building. The other day, I saw a groundhog in my mind's eye right when I woke up. And I knew there was 6 more weeks of winter. But not just any winter, a spiritual winter. There was 6 more weeks for the ones that are part, that have taken part and that have fallen victim to the demonic time matrix entity. There's 6 more weeks for them to come over to the light side. It may only be 3 or 4 more weeks now left. So I set that up. So since this person couldn't come here and penetrate me and get me on their program, what they did was they started to work through people that I know, people that I love. And one in particular, they tried to work through, creating a sickness within them, knowing that I would come to the aid, knowing based off of me and this person's relationship that I wouldn't let anything harm them. They knew that. And so what they did was they seated themselves within this person purposefully so that I would go and help and pour my energy into the cup of this person to clear the negative entities. I would pour my energy, life force into this person to save their life. Ultimately, they knew that I would give some of my own life force to save this person. They knew that. And it wasn't until a few days ago, but really came through very strongly last night that I understood who it was and that it was still part of the same energy that I had been battling since the inception of time. Their plan was to set up a false scenario to get me to willingly give my energy. And what I found, looking deeper into the person, is that this person has already accepted the dark contract Their soul has already agreed to captivity for another 2,150 years, another age. And when I looked, I saw the person shackled in chains. They had on futuristic clothes, and I knew that I was looking at them in the future. We fast forwarded to the year of about 5,000, and this person was shackled. This person has been taken captive by the very force that purposefully planted a sickness inside of this person so that I would come to their aid and pour my energy. They wanted to siphon what was left of me. But when I zoned out and I looked at the situation, I saw it. And I said, this person can't be saved because they've already agreed to the contract because I saw them enslaved. It's not everyone that we love and know that we should heal. It's not everyone that we have a familiar relationship with we should heal. You must first check to see if they are not already been bitten by the dark force. You must check to see if they don't already have that mark, if they are not already in chains, if they are not already indebted to this force. It's just like the Bible says, when you cast your pearls before swine or something like that. Y'all know the scripture. You're not to save anyone. You're not to save the people that refuse to do their own self-healing and work, because you will end up what this thing set up for me, this trap that it was trying to do. You will end up just giving freely away your life force. And it's going into an entity that is already taken. Their consciousness has been shut down already. And so when you go to pour into them, all you're doing is you're filling up that container for the dark force to now siphon it on the other end, because they are in a soul contract with the Dark Lord for a whole nother age. This is the play. This is the play. And they didn't think that I would figure it out, but I have. And this is why so many people I've seen get tricked into false soul contracts. When you guys come to do your quantum hypnosis session, your past life regression quantum healing session, this is when I dive deep into the entities and I question their contract. Do you have a contract to be here? I ask them. When did you sign this contract? How many lifetimes? Did you trick them? I ask them. And most of these entities are tricking humanity into taking a whole nother enslavement contract with them. So when I saw the person in chains, and I saw they were wearing a futuristic outfit, and then I saw in my mind's eye around the year 5,000, and I looked behind, and I saw the entity that was in charge, and it was a reptilian in nature. It was a draconian reptilian. This draconian reptilian is a shapeshifter. It's not only a shapeshifter, but what it does, when you take this contract, how do you get involved in the contract? It's quite simple. When you worship money and material things of the matrix above love and authenticity and righteousness. It's that simple. When you buy into the tools that the matrix set here, it's a booby trap. You're in a mouse trap and they got these booby traps along the way. The wealth, the material things, it's all set up to get you to bite so that the mouse trap snaps you. It's a trick. None of these things are real. Spiritual wealth is what we're looking for. That's the true wealth. The true currency is your own purified energy. The true time is when the energy shifts, when the vibration is renewed, when the vibration holds and then expands. That's the true time. None of this is physical. That's how people are getting tripped up by this reptilian. And so the very person that sat with me, that tried to siphon things from me, that did siphon things, is part of this reptilian that I saw enslaving humanity. They are one in the same. Some people that you know are part of this reptilian force because this reptilian has an army. You're either with the Dark Lord or with the light, or you're the people enslaved. That's it. You're either working with the Dark Lord, the reptilian, or you're with the light, or you are the people stuck in the middle. Either you're already in the chains, you're on your way to the chains, or the light workers are helping you exit out of the chains, and you're going to start your incarnations as a light worker. We don't battle flesh and blood, principalities and powers of darkness. This is where we are. And when you exalt money and material things, gifts from the matrix, this is how you get yourself enslaved, back in the chains, back into captivity. So you can answer your question of who it is. You will answer your own question of who that is. But it's bigger. It's bigger than just that person. We want to look collectively. On this channel, we deal with collective energy. If there is a light force that we call source, there has to be a duality of that, which honestly, some people are calling it Satan, but I'll be honest with you, Satan is nothing but a negative thought. What I'm talking about is much bigger than Satan. Satan is a fleeting thought. This thing, Satan ain't got nothing on this thing of what I'm talking about. Think bigger. This thing is embedded in the fabric, in the genetic makeup of you, because humanity has been sliced. We've been going from master to master over eons of time. So when I saw the exchange of this person that I love dearly, when I saw the exchange of their soul, it's like I just got huge uploads. Everything was making sense. So much data was given to me in that image. I understood what I was looking at. I also understood that this person was representing the collective. There wasn't a helping of this person. This was collective energy. This was representing all of the people that that refused to go to the light. When you don't have autonomy over your own soul, over your own body and mind, then you leave room for forces to come in and devour you. This is why Father Source was just talking about renewing your mind and your heart daily, because that leaves imprints on your internal waters, which is Mother Source, Mother God of the Living Waters, and Mother Theriot really deals with our collective heart space. Yes, she is part of the waters simply because her heart technology, it gets deep. Guys, pick up the Cosmic Bible and you can read about it here. Great expansion of Cosmic Bible for the Ages, available on Amazon. Link will be down below. But I say that to say you must renew your heart and your mind daily. You must refresh that because it leaves imprints on your internal waters. And as you know that water holds energy, enough negative imprints on your internal waters, when you don't renew your heart, Mother Source, Mother Theriot Source, and you don't renew your mind, Father Source, and then you muddy up your own internal waters, Mother God of the Living Waters, which is a substance of life that is prevalent on every dimension of time. Everything seated in creation has the substance of life. So when I talk about the adversary force, how it's much bigger than this person that came into my life, it's much bigger than just the draconian reptilian I saw, having one of my dear ones in captivity. What I am talking about is equivalent to a substance of life, but on the polarity. This substance of life is seated in every single thing. It's even seated within us. And this is why you have to spend time with thyself. You have to know thyself. Because when you start to truly know thyself, you can separate. Remember, the Cosmic Bible talks about what frequency we're in. We are dissecting the soul body, the one soul body of creation right now, not just humanity. We have tools. We have Archangel Michael's sword, double-edged sword, separating flesh from flesh, spirit from spirit, bone from marrow, mother from father, sister from brother, husband from wife, negative substance of life from positive substance of life. In this very important time, when the portals are open, at the ending of one age, beginning of the next, we go through this mega universal cycle, this birthing cycle, as my cosmic sister, Mother Eve, states. By the way, this negative dark force of what I'm talking about, one of my sisters here, sisters, have came across her many years ago in a different form. So it's not just about the singularity that showed up to me. This has showed up 12 years ago to another sister. This entity, if you think about Mother Eve, mother of all first creations, we want to think about the polarity of that, which we call Eva. It's the evil sister. It's the shadow, but the shadow that refuses to work with the light. We all have a shadow aspect within ourselves. You have your feminine, your masculine, that gives birth to a divine child. You have your inner child, the oversoul, and then the shadow. There's a quote in this book: for darkness is only dark when it refuses to work with the light. This Eva energy refuses to work with the light. It cannot be saved. And this is what I realized when I was trying to heal this person, because I knew very early on, and when Father, I did that message with Father yesterday, he said, you are not to do that. I poured out from my own cup. It's a cardinal sin. And I tell all of you guys never to pour from your own cup. I did it. And I was tricked because of my relationship with this person. I want you guys to stay on watch. In this season of us expanding and waking up, the entity that we've just been going from one enslavement to the next throughout the ages. And in this season, he's been caught. This entity has been caught. She's been caught. He's been caught. They've been caught. That's another thing with this thing. The sexuality is skewed. It is not of a balance. In this season, they will try so many of us. This won't just happen to me. This will happen to a lot of light workers that are coming into their powers. There will be a false smoke signal sent out to trick them because they want to take our powers away. These are more than gifts and abilities. We are the impossible ones. We have the power. We are the power. And they know it, and we know it. Because we know it, they know it. You are the leader. They will trick you when you come into your powers. They will give you an impossible situation that you will feel forced that you have to do it. But really, I want you to feel into that person that you're trying to help and see if they're already under contract, under enslavement contract from this collective draconian reptilian race. That right when you pass away, I am telling you, this thing will transform into a light being, into your favorite God, whatever it is that you believe, to get you to honor the soul contract that you have taken up while you are still living. These people are the living dead. You must awaken while you're still alive. That's the trick. If you wait, like how it says, oh, are you going to get your reward in heaven? No, if you wait until then, it will be too late. You will be devoured by this force. You will be devoured. You must awaken now while you are still alive. Now you can jump timeline when you're still alive. If you wait until your last breath, I am sad to say, most people are receiving the 2,150 more years of enslavement because it's spiritual Groundhog's Day. It's what I'm saying. But there is 6 more weeks of winter. There's a small window for those who want to make it out to the light. Break out of your enslavement contract. How do you do it? You have to reject the matrix tools, their time, their money, their accolades. And I'm not telling you not to have anything, but I'm saying allow source to provide for you. If you're worshiping the matrix tools over you standing in love and authenticity and light, then you are in the enslavement contract. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And in the age, this age of Aquarius, they must reveal themselves. When that entity came to me, they had to reveal themselves. They had no choice because it's the age that we're in. They had to do it. And when you guys step into your powers, and most of you already have, most of you are in soul isolation. You're being nurtured and cradled. All the technology and powers that you need are being given to you right now. If you're in soul isolation, if no one understands you, if your family's like, oh, you're getting weird, if they're separating themselves from you, if you're separating yourself from them, you're in Father Source's soul isolation and you are about to get the real wealth because you rejected the false tools of the matrix. You rejected their program and their code and their false matrix time loop. If you look at a clock, it goes in circles and circles and you never get out. Not only are we battling this collective reptilian, this collective Eva, who basically, when you pass away, all of those bad genes that I keep talking about, the bad DNA, your celestial DNA, your cosmic DNA, but she's there to collect the bad, to make a super being from it. This is why you have to go inside and do your work, because it takes the bullets away from her. When you don't heal, that collective evil, Dark Lord can use it as ammunition to fight all of us. And this is why we've been getting more of the same. Because the energy never changes. And remember, the true time, the true cosmic time clock is when the energy shifts. So that's the message. And look at what I had to go through to get this message. I tell people, you want to step into this work, you better be sure, because it's going to take everything you got. It will bring you to the end of yourself. But you know what? When you go to the depths of your own soul, guess what? It opens up another door for the great expansion to occur. I live this. It's not just a book, a Bible. I am the living word. These 5 people are me. They're you. It's just that you haven't risen to the frequency occasion. You haven't accepted how big your role is. If you're alive, there's no small roles. If you're on this channel, you are it. This is why there's not many of us. There is not many of us. If you're on this channel, you are it. You're the jury and the judge. Step into the energy and the power of your own knowing. That spirit. That spirit. That spirit, I want you to feel it, that spirit. Spirit. You're not going to get this in the church. You're not going to get this in the matrix buildings. This is a true cosmic ministry. These are true source codes. And you are the living word. We are the magnifying glass. What can you do with the magnifying glass? You can take a look and expand something and make it larger. But if you use the magnifying glass in the sun, on an object, you can burn it. You can scorch it. You're powerful. And all you've ever needed was to step into your own divinity, your own I am God awareness, your own source codes. Your own breath, which expands consciousness, which sends out your frequency to other light beings in the unisphere. New word, unisphere. Unisphere. Normally say multisphere, cosmic sphere. Source is saying in the unisphere, the universal sphere. That's what that means. You're it. You hold big energy. How can we fight this? This Eva, the opposite of mother of all first creations, Mother Eve. How can we fight her? Every time you have that negative thought, she's there to siphon it. She's creating a monster. She's creating a powerful negative force, and we are feeding, giving her the ammunition. But what Source has told me, yes, you are not to do that. You are not to pour from your own cup to heal this person. And so now I have to call my energy back and let the cards fall how they may. Because you will not add 1 nanosecond to someone's life who's already agreed to be enslaved for another 2,150 years. It's Groundhog's Day. For the ones that still have a chance, you have a small window to receive the light. I call back all of my energy from the 4 corners of this earth and from the unisphere. Every bit of energy, every molecule, every energetic signature, every essence that is of the highest divine light, I call it back to myself in this timeline and any other dimension of time. I call it back now. And I receive it fully and completely. I remove any ammunition from the negative adversary force, the dark lords, Eva. I remove it and I disarm you. And I'm taking back my codes. All of my light codes are coming back in. All of my power, all of my essence. You have been removed from my stream of consciousness. You have been removed. And in the end, this energy will be bound by its own words, by its own chains, by its own frequency, by its own false code, by its own false light. As this energy moves to the abyss, I close down any portals that are open to the greater wide humanity and to myself, protecting my auric field, expanding the energy and the light within my own auric field. I call in Source, Mother and Father Source, and the Divine Child, all of my ascended masters, Archangel Michael's protection, the divine sword to protect me always. And I'm refilling my cup in this moment. We are the old wise tales. We are the ancient ones. All of those things in the fairy tales and the Disney movie, where they're always battling this adversary force, is true. They have seated themselves, like I said, in every part of our creation, in every part of our story. You will find them there. And when you see the polarity of your own light, you will know that you have come face to face with this entity that enslaves, that tricks, that is a succubus, incubus spirit. That's its minions it sends out to take from you. You will know that you've come face to face with it. And now you will know that you have the power to remove your energy from it and to disarm it and to remove the ammunition, which is the money and accolades and fake false matrix time and matrix code and following the matrix rules. Even the family structure is part of the trick of the matrix. It's all a trick to siphon from the ones of us who are holding the collective power. We are the ancient ones. We've not come here to be fooled and tricked, but we've come here to spread the wise word of the wise one, of the wise elders. We've come here to transform the energy, not only on this earth planet, but in the entire unisphere, which the unisphere is recycling the false energy as well. We're here to remove all of that. But first, you must fight the code within, the Eva code. Remove their tools of engagement. You ever had someone come up to you randomly and they'll just start saying the most matrix things that you can think of, and you're almost wondering, why is this person talking to me? That's a trick from the matrix. They were purposely sent to you to get you out of your thought pattern and process, because you are about to think of the next big, greatest thing that's going to save humanity from its own slumber. They're part of the tools of the matrix. We must break those tools. That's why I always tell people we're having the wrong conversation about Democrat and Republican. The whole system is bad. The whole plumbing system in our governmental house is rotten. Right now, the ancestors, the ancient ones, are present and they are speaking through me, and I will allow this channel. We have not come by force, enlightened ones. We have come because you have called forth this time, the true time of the energy exchange. This is an emboldened energy, which you have been building inside of you for eons. This is why we have come. We have not traveled far, for we were always a dormant thought in your mind, in your own code. Hear, hear. It's like they're giving a declaration. Hear, hear. I call forth all light workers that are of the highest dimensional stargate, the 12th stargate. We are here and present, and we have now gained control of the skies and worlds and skies alike in those worlds. There is a force, there is an adversary force even for us. Most people right now are being tricked and fooled. But you, wise one that we speak through, you know their schemes all too well. And you know when it is the false light speaking a watered down message. Anyone that is not of a balanced energy is of the false light, because we have not come just to bring light. We have come to bring completion in this very powerful year, the 9. We will smother those that have spread lies for centuries into the dimensional spheres. We will smother those. Those mouths will be muzzled, will be stopped. Those words are powerful. They will be stopped. They are causing destruction. We've not come only for light. We've come for the correction of source, to bring an expected end. You must wear your armor. Daily. Your armor is your mind, your state of mind. Don't let them take it. That's the war. They can get you to check yourself in and deem yourself as crazy, because you also remembered us. hold on to your mindscape. This is how you receive the technological codes that are needed in a time such as I. Turn away from the false messages online, the light worker channels that speak behind tinted screens of AI, dust, residue. They do not speak from a grounded place, but from a place that will tintillate the mind's energy. They are AI. They are not divine light workers. The light they spread only leads you back into the matrix system. True light has a passion, has a flame. Sometimes the flame will get hot and burn, but nevertheless, it is a light. The difference is we know how to temper even our own dark side, which works with us. It does not provide ammunition to the evil one and the false ones. It provides a fire underneath our own light that powers us. This is how you will spot the false ones. They will say that there is no flame. They will deny the divine flame. They will deny the passion of it, the purpose. Minande asho ambare ale murane kerata bone shane karalambane hanere ta hambana inane tele mata kara shambate karana bohane himona ne kana mambe talambona kimiru ashana ambatalera tu kambona hanani shana hinana kambona ta muratane hene mane Misho ambatare ribotane ki ambatane shambo. Maratamba. Nabane ki mamata. Ina bataka. Bataka. They will deny our tears. This is how you will know. False ones. Some pain is purposeful if it leads you back to truth. This is Mother Ethereal that has decided to pay us a visit. And as you know, she is the one of the cosmic family that is dying because of her work that she's done with humanity for all this time. Her heart residue is drying up, and humanity is receiving a new technological heart, which will be indestructible to the dark forces and the dark lords. She has done great service. She sacrificed herself. These are her tears. Mother God of the living water is the one that tears, but the one that pains and aches is Mother Ethereal. She wants to say there's power in your tears. There's purpose, there's passion. And the people who tell you not to cry, to suck it up, this is how you will spot them. They refuse to cry, refuse to shed. Mother God of the living waters, tears, the most potent substance of life ever imagined by the great one divine mind of Source. This is how you will spot them. They will be too eager to shut out the cries because they do not want to hear the echoes of the great divine mother, because it will kill them and drench them and reveal them and melt them. This is how you will know the false ones as well. A tear is purposeful. We don't just shed a tear for no reason. There's a purpose in every droplet. Every droplet has codes to cleanse, to purify, to resurrect, to renew the heart, the soul, the mind, the essence of the one that dares to cry. That is a hidden power. That is a hidden secret that I leave my children in their time of completion. When your tears are warranted, when the pressure is just too much, and when you cry from a pure heart, your tears ring out, surpasses the unisphere. Your tears have a code that leads you back to the nucleus of Source, to even beyond creation. And in that moment, you are renewed. Every tear is a renewal. It's regenerative. It's fuel. It's gas to live another day. They don't want you to know how powerful your tears are, my chosen ones. When they say 2 or more are gathered in my name, then I will be there. But I'm here to say, if 2 or more of you are crying, it will have a greater effect. And just imagine a room filled with wailing people, all crying for a divine purpose of renewal, to spring forth the codes of beyond the creation of the matrix, to spring forth the true codes of the infinite, of the holies upon the holies. Just how powerful that could be if the tears were not of desperate mind, but as a tool to receive, to replenish, to repower, to refuel. How powerful could that be? My chosen elect, do not be afraid to cry in public, to cry and hold the hands of the one in sorrow, It's powerful. Because there you will find my codes. And through the tears, I will never die. Thank you. Thank you, Mother God Ethereal. Thank you. Beautiful message. Thank you. When they take your energy, they disconnect you from me, your lifeline. Call back your energy daily. Niranda, Bashumbo. Mother energy has passed. Mirande Shapa, Tata Kara, Tirambona. Narakarambatane, Irande Shambuana, Kibane Kambata, Irande Kambo, Tapa. Final message, final messages. How do we not get infected by the Eva gene? She's a supplanter spirit, rooted in the fabric of our reality, sprouts itself. And what it does, it looks through your template, your I am God, your I am source awareness template, and it finds the weak spots when you don't stand in your own energy, when you don't know who you are spiritually. It finds the weak spots and then it wedges itself in. But what it does when it finds entry, it uproots your gifts. So then now you're always operating from an empty cup and you spend your whole life in deficit and you don't know why. In deficit in energy, in money, in frequency, and in relationships. Because this adversary force, yes, the reptilian is on the other side, but the Eva that I speak of is the gene that we let in and allow to be expressed. It's in the fabric, like I said, of your code. So it finds that weak spot within your own I am God awareness or lack thereof. And then it creates little tiny polyps, little tiny spores, creates the spores. And a lot of people have allowed those spores to spread like a cancer. It is also cancer. It is all of that. We are not. That's what the light is saying. It is all of that we are not. This thing is much bigger than Satan. Satan is old news now. Satan is old news. The gods that we are taught about, only that aspect of them, the lower 3D version of them, is old news. Not because it's not relevant, but because what? We know more. New level, new devil. New level, new God. So now that we know more, we get access to more of the greater expression of. Satan is on the 3D. The 3D people are still battling Satan. We battling code. We're dismantling the very construct of evil or Eva, Jean. This is what I'm saying. Thank you, Gail, for the super chat. Thank you for supporting me always. Thank you so very much. Ooh, what starts with I and ends with G? Illy says, ooh, ooh. Ah, man, so much. I wanted to read these, and I was getting out of my channeling, but let me just read a few messages. Hi, Margarita. Oh, yes, sister, I feel lonely sometimes because I reject the program and no one understands me. Yes, this walk is hard, especially when it's within your own household. Yes, like your husband or the wife. What do you do? Yes, see, this is it, guys. I'm telling you. Thank you. Thank you. His law is perfect. This is what this Eva does. This is when you know that you are the ish. This is when you know that you have stepped into your own power, because what they will do, they will work through the weak links in your life, i.e., your husband, your wife, your children. They work with them, they embody them. If they can embody them, most of these people are already in captivity. This is what I found out. They're already enslaved for another 2,000 years. That's what I'm saying. So they are basically, when you look at this person, you're wondering, why is this family member so evil? Why are they in this energy, this frequency? It's because they are inhabited. Because they have already been bought and sold to the enemy. They are inhabited. This is why. That's why. And that's what I'm saying. It's so deep now that it's separating families, bone from bone, flesh from flesh, spirit from spirit, all of that. This is where we are. So that is what it is. And this is the game it will play. And then if it can't do that, it will stage a fake sickness. Not saying that the sickness won't be fake, because remember, these people are already enslaved. They're already bought and sold for another 2,250 years. I mean, 2,150 years. So they're already just will let this thing do whatever because they're under contract, is what I am saying. This is why you got to get with your own soul clusters now. Because when I looked in this camera the other day and I said, he is dead weight, she is dead weight, they are dead weight. That came direct orders from source. They are dead. That's the reality. They're the walking dead, guys. They're already inhabited, enslaved in a soul contract where they have been tricked and fooled by the Dark Lord. And when they leave this earth, they will be greeted by the ones that they are enslaved to. They already have chains on their spirit, chains on their heart, chains on their soul. They are inhabited. They are enslaved. They are dead. And if you go pour your energy into that in which is already dead, you now become the walking dead along with them. And I got all of that from this energy that tried to seed themselves in my life. That's why I say that Satan is old news. This is bigger than that. Much, much bigger than that. Well, there's nothing more I can say. Nothing more I should say right now. I'm going to let that message marinate. I'm about to start up my quantum telepathic psychic healing and development course again. So if anyone's interested in enrolling, um, there'll be a few people that I'm working with at a time. And you can either work with me for 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months. It takes time to develop, but you can develop your psychic abilities. I've done it with several people. It just takes time depending on where you're starting from. But the general course will last for about 6 weeks. So just email and I'll send you some information. Just email instructionsnumber4humanity@gmail.com. You want to be part of the next class here shortly that's starting the next few weeks. Guys, that was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. And all of this really, truly, when we went to Arizona and opened up that template, when we opened up that template, we start healing. It was Judgment Day. Some of those souls that actually did sell their soul originally, and they were encapsulated for this 2,000 years. Some of those souls had learned, and us girls, we were the ones that actually helped them now go to the light. So technically, we were there to usher them out of their false contract with the Dark Lord. And this person showed up again, this very energy. Guys, it's so funny. When I'm sitting here and I'm talking, this thing will show up. It will show up. I can see it. I know how it shows up. And I just like shake my head and I just like think like, don't you, I know that it's you. Like, I know it's you. Like, you're not cloaking, you're not hiding anymore. Like you can't not cloak with the ones of us who have our lamp turned on, you know? You can't cloak. So, yeah, it's a lot going on in that template. And there's so much more to explore, not just the judgment days, but we're really fine tuning and looking into all of our DNA. So right now, Lee is actually in Vietnam and she did a healing session there. And so what she's finding out, and this also started to build before she went there, is there was a few Vietnamese clients. And what we're really finding out with these people is that their whole race, the whole group of them has been enslaved. And how did these people get enslaved? During the Vietnam War is when this group of people became enslaved. They were sold as a collective into the Dark Lord. And so they're used as a stepping stone where other Asian countries and Western countries step on them literally, energetically, to now create a platform, a spring to exalt themselves. So they're also a whole group of enslaved people that need to be free from bondage. And, you know, another country's coming to mind now too. Nigeria's coming to mind. I think looking into that template as well. I think there's a lot of structural things, ancestral things going on, and I think some of their people sold them. And this is how I'm telling you, like, even some of your ancestors are not of light. They will get their lineage involved in these soul contracts. That's what I'm saying. So just when you start opening templates, there's a lot in there. There is a lot in there. Absolute lot. So I think I'm going to leave all of this here. I was going to read here from the Cosmic Bible, but I'm really tired. Let me see. Let me see. What is the most important message? I did open to a random page earlier. I'll just read this little tiny bit. Okay, and it's talking about Father God. He also wants me to reassure the non-chosen ones in his light and in his devotion to bring about the correction of man. Rebuke is necessary. It's not just for the sake of the entire cosmic sphere, but for the protection of Mother God and all of their creations. He said to me, "What kind of father would I be if I did not teach my children right from wrong? If I starved them from my nourishment just because they were too misbehaving like naughty children? Even though I will withdraw my life force energy from the non-selected, I could not nor will I ever leave them. Instead, I will draw their energy back unto myself, reabsorbing it closer to my heart until the day I project them out again as a singular thought wave into physicality. This time, they will have much more cosmic data, aka stardust, that will travel with them. And I know my words will not return to me void." That's the confirmation from Father God. Ooh, Father God is coming through lately, guys. This is when you know we are in the midst of a shift, because the only time Father God really, really starts to truly speak is like when it's had enough. It's time. The universal time clock is switching. The energy is shifting. And that springs forth this masculine energy, right? So I'm going to leave that there and I'll let you guys marinate on that on yourself. But I love you guys to the moon, to the stars, and beyond. I really do. Um, it's really been a pleasure being here with you guys, being able to channel, because in truth, it's not only me using my energy to channel, it's all of the energy that you guys hold. Well, you guys are working for the collective. I want to let you know that. And I see you. Shar, I see you. Gail, I see you. Carolyn, I see you. His law is perfect. I see you. Divine reflection, I see you. Josie, Illy, I see you. I see you. See, thank you. Mirande, I see you. Lord. You know my Lord, Lord, Lord. I see you. Where you go when you're on that? Where you go when your life force is going down? When you have no more life force, don't you go to the ICU? Don't you go to the ICU? Because what? No one sees you. When we are authentic and the other people that are authentic pick up the frequency that you are emitting, I see you. I see into you. That's the intimacy with God. I see into you, into your God self. The people in the ICU are lacking the residue of God, the God frequency, the God knowing, the God expression. I'm just saying. The people in the ICU, they might need a little bit more energy. See what I'm saying? The energy is the energy, the inner God. That is God. It's the energy is God. Someone starts to talk about an outside God. That ain't God. There is no purebred outside of self. It's all spiritual. One of my other sessions, I started to channel the medical sign. That medical sign is very esoteric. They know all this. That's why they call it ICU. And all those people need is for someone to look inside of them and pull out the God within. And that's why their life force is down and they're in the ICU. We need to pull out God, allow it to be expressed. They need someone to not only have the intimacy, but they need to connect with the energy. They're lacking energy, life force energy, the inner God is not being expressed. It is dying. That's why they're in the ICU. Okay. Okay. All right. That's it. It's a wrap, guys. And cut. It's a wrap. Thank you very much, guys, for being here today. Please subscribe to @KarmicJusticeTV. I'm just trying to I will start putting content over there. This will be a more produced channel. I have a great vision for that. So I just need to get enough people there so I can start to go live and start to really work with humanity. Humanity shows up and I judge them live, right? Taking care of the karmic imprints and energy, right? It's going to be fun. It's going to be explosive. It's going to be in your face. So that's still being built out. But right now, I want to feed back into all the things that I've learned. I want to feed back into this channel. Get the algorithm, that little demon, that picks up when you come here and you serve your time on this platform. I'm joking. Thank you, YouTube. No, seriously. Thank you, YouTube, so much. Just sending love and thanks to the platform of YouTube, because that's how I met all of you guys. Honestly, if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't know any of you guys. Thank you so much, YouTube as well. And I'm just sending you guys out. I'm going to send you off with the highest vibration of love here. Love is the way. Forgiveness is the key. And truth is the light that will always, always guide us home. Be well. Be well, guys. Bye.